So, primary sales strategies, which is really what we're wanting to talk about. There's three main ones. Who's ever looked at online sales? Click here to buy now. Who's seen that? Who's done that in their business? Yes? Yep, couple. Who's bought stuff like that? Yes, all of it. Face-to-face sales is like on one. Hey, let's meet up, let's do coffee, let's sit down, let's do lunch. My stuff, right? We'll see if we've got a relationship. That works really well. Or one on many, which is like, come to my event and I'll sell to all of you at once, right? And we've seen examples of that happening. Well, does it work, right? So if we look at click here to buy now, how efficient is it? How many of those can we do in a day? Millions, right? It's almost unlimited efficiency. Just how many people you drive to the site without crashing the servers, and you know, like it's just huge leverage for online sales. So obviously from that point of view, it's really attractive. But as far as effectiveness goes, of all the people on your list, if we were to use the internet marketer's term, of all the people that you can get to actually go and do something, how many of those end up actually pulling their credit card out and buying now? What do you reckon? It's about 1% of your list will actually buy into any campaign. If you're getting 1 to 3% is extraordinary, but most good information marketers aim for about 1% of their list to buy anything from any particular campaign or promotion. Size of list obviously plays into account, and your relationship with them. There's a whole bunch of factors, but industry average, about 1%. If you've got 1,000 people on a list, you're thinking, geez, 1%, you know, I'm going to get 10 people, and right, so yours might be a bit higher, just due to the nature of the relationship. And these people have been into the thing before, and they've spent money with you before, so they're not just people who've opted in and got a free ebook or something. You know, I mean, it's a different level of relationship that you've got there. So it does vary by industry, it does vary by business, average 1%. So my question's always, what about the other 99%? You know, maybe they just needed a little conversation and just answer some questions that weren't on your landing page or that weren't on your website, and to get them over the line and make them feel comfortable actually buying something, right? So as far as online sales, massive efficiency, really low effectiveness. So let's look at face-to-face sales. Let's do coffee. How many lunches can you do a day? Right, driving over time, find a park, sit down, wait for them to turn up, have your coffee, have your meeting, you know, 45 minutes if you're quick, an hour, whatever. Like 4 or 5 would be a busy day, 6 would be extraordinary, right? So you've gone from millions down to half a dozen. However, the conversions have gone from 1% up to, again, it depends, like 30%. Right, 25 to 30% is pretty cool conversion. And I'll pitch it from stage. 30% is great. If you can do that, and some people do 50%, and some people do 5%, right? But again, 25 to 30% is a really good target for that. And the beautiful thing about it is you can have, you know, hundreds of people potentially in a day, rather than just, you know, seeing half a dozen people a day. You can see lots of people. So as far as efficiency goes, it's really good. Effectiveness goes, it's good. But then you've got the costs. You've got to get the people there in the first place. You've got to have a venue. There's logistics to plan. So the third one is, how about phone calls? So as far as appropriateness, is it inappropriate to call someone who said, I'm interested in your stuff, ever? So that one's a given. As far as efficiency goes, it's not this efficient, right? Nothing can be this efficient. But is it more efficient than this? Can you call more people than you can actually sit with in a day? Even if they were coming to you, you could call more people than you could sit with in a day. And the beautiful thing, it doesn't have the cost of getting people to an event, logistics, a venue, all that kind of stuff. So from efficiency point of view, it's really, really good. What about effectiveness? We find across the board, it's about the same as face-to-face sales. 25 to 30 average. Some people are extraordinary and do 80%. People are awful and obviously get less. But again, averages 25 to 30%. So my business is focused a lot around this telephone sales, because we get so many people putting their hand going, I'm interested in your stuff, and they're all over the world. I can't possibly do coffee with all of them, right? That would be insane. You know, maybe I need to ask better questions. How could I have this work for me?